for the world's greatest adventure. The FFP World Tour 2026. A year-long journey to 36 destinations, packed with fitness, sports, wellness, and unforgettable adventures. Each destination will be under the spotlight. 10 days of activations, events, challenges, and your chance to connect with like-minded people. The tour is led by the Chief Adventure Officer, who will travel the world for 12 months, discovering, exploring, and sharing the best experiences along the way. The CAO will be joined by 100 ambassadors throughout the world to connect with the people and inspire their city. Want to get involved? Simply register as a user or a member on our website or tag FFP Travels when posting content of the places you visit and the people you meet. It's that easy. This is more than just a tour. This is the world's greatest adventure.
Morning, welcome along if you are joining us on YouTube for today's live. And basically today we're going to go straight into it. We're going to jump straight into what we're talking about, and it's literally personal trainers and why they're failing in Dubai. And Amy even gave me a good one about not just Dubai but around the world and kind of things and why it's happening like that. So yeah, let's kind of jump straight into it. If you got comments, opinions, share your thoughts of why you think trainers are failing, or if you are a trainer and you are failing in this space, why? I'm kind of going to go through like 20 different things. Well, not 20 different things, but there's a lot of reasons why trainers fail. Okay? So every morning we're going to do this kind of discussion. And the first one I'm going to put out there a kind of a context. When I say trainers are failing, I'm saying it from the point of view that they're not successfully able to be viable in the space. And for me, it comes from two main sources, okay? And this is what I've heard from trainers all the time. One is, and you can agree or disagree, I'm sharing my opinion. One is that trainers are pulled into the space, so like they go to education providers and they're sold the dream. They're sold, live the greatest life, be active, and make money while you do it. Okay, so education providers are marketing and they're selling, and people are like, oh, that sounds amazing, and they're not really told much else. In fact, the education providers are giving them the tools to prescribe exercise, but they're not giving them the tools that are essential to being a trainer on how to run a business or to be a freelancer. Okay, so for me, that's number one. Number two is that people are literally very, very lazy because they've been put into a space that the work isn't about the prescription of exercise. The work is about how do I meet people, how do I connect with people, how do I learn my skill set deeper than just the basic knowledge of these are the bones, the muscles, the cardiovascular system, the neurosystem, the CNS, whatever else, right? And they fail because they think, okay, I've got this amazing life and now that's it. I don't need to upskill, I don't need to learn, I don't need to do anything else. So that's my kind of two reasons why I think trainers fail. Now, Amy is dealing with it all the time, and I think one of the biggest things that people are going to find a bit of a controversial here is that the blame always goes to someone else. Like, people are always going to point and say like, it's your fault, no, this is the reason it's not working, and they don't really look at themselves. So that's kind of the two biggest things I personally think. Lost education, yeah. So let's kind of talk along those lines. Why they're failing? Because I've been through a space as a trainer where I came into the industry because I love sports, I love fitness, and it's very common for people to go along the same lines of, you love fitness, I think this would be great. Or you show up to a gym, you do a gym class, someone sees what you're doing, and you kind of hang around the space, the area, and you're like, this would be good. You know, you like talking with people, you like engaging with people, you like helping people. And it's like a sport. You might be good as a player, but are you good as a coach? I think it's really important. A 34-year-old trainer with a master's in business works with new trainers, educates them to come. Totally, 100%. The coach-player thing, like a great coach does not make a great player. A great player does not make a great coach. Two very different skill sets, right? And maybe I love it. You like talk about why people need to be educated on the business side of things. So yes, personal trainers can prescribe how to increase hypertrophy, cardiovascular, VO2, like that's what you're learning, all the basic fundamentals as a trainer and education. What you're not learning is, networking, lead generation, sales process, onboarding, finances, taxes, accounting. You're not learning these things in PT education systems, or if you are, you're learning very little. It isn't very helpful at all. FM, Ollie, he can talk on this as well. Actually, he's been a lot of trainers fail and succeed as PTs. Same reason, what are the reasons personal trainers are failing? So there's two. For me, it's a two. First, wrong information coming into the space, or wrong end goal, and then the second one is the skill set is completely different to what they thought they needed to start with. Leave your comments in the comment section. Let us know why you think, what the main two reasons are you think personal trainers are failing, whether it be in Dubai, the UAE, Middle East, or around the world. Okay, I want to give you some other reasons why trainers fail, and I'm going to get a bit more specific. So, for example, let's not worry too much about the business side. Let's look at kind of when it gets to the moment. So, when people become personal trainers, to start off with, what they do is they go like, okay, I've got my certification, that's great, now I need to go find a job. Today's world, facilities want people with experience, people that actually know how to apply the description to a trainer, to a client. That's what facilities want. And then from an individual, a freelance point of view, people want to be taught by people that have applied the skill for longer. So it's a trust thing, right? It's an experience thing. And if you're new to the market, kind of, chicken or the egg is, how do I get the experience without training someone? Brain dump. What do you mean by brain dump, Amy? So, for example, being like a lot of trainers, especially in Dubai, the ones that are successful here are the ones that literally know how to use social media. All right, they're the ones that look the part or have been doing fitness and sports and have a circle or a network of people before they actually get the qualification, before they actually start training. Now I want to get into the Fitfluenza trainer another time, but it's brief on that one. Fitfluenza for me is a trainer that just literally, it's the English trainer at the moment. It seems to be the girl or the guy, they just literally, they look fantastic, and because they're English or something, they've got this persona that they're better than somebody else, and so they get hired and they get paid higher quality. There's two sides of it. One is, yes, I think that's actually not a bad thing. But two, there's too many people that go into it without the education and just basically on their looks, or they can sell but they can't actually apply the training themselves. So yeah, that's just my opinion and thoughts on it. Leave your opinions and thoughts. Actually, while I'm doing this, I'm going to give you a good look. If you're on the YouTube, I'm going to give you a look at the view I'm at the moment down at Kite Beach. Okay. Again, share your thoughts on that one. Fitfluenza, I call it. Too much Instagram, social media. But there is a flip side to this, in my opinion. Social media is a free marketing tool for you to use, and it's not about the right now on the first post. It's actually about the 300, 400, 500 posts that you put over the year that builds your network, about compounding. Trainers get into it for the wrong reason, because they start off like a lot of people are doing education, especially here in Dubai. They're being brought onto these courses, and they're only they're accountants, they're office workers, the people that literally are looking for a side hustle to earn a bit of extra money on the side, because it's a persona of there's a persona that personal training is not really a job. Anyone can be fit. Anyone can train somebody else. That's the persona that's been put out there. So yeah, personal training is an education like anything else, like becoming a plumber, becoming a doctor, becoming an accountant, everything else. So if you are a trainer, someone who wants to get into fitness training, there's a few things you should have before you get your education. One is experience as fitness, going to the gym, and I mean for 2-3 years. Make sure you go to the gym for a long amount of time, or you're training, or like you come through sports, but you've learned about the muscles, the bones, the cardiovascular systems, the skeletal system, the nervous system, like you know and understand the basics of it. And then secondly, that you've got a group of people that kind of look up to you. Like you've got to have skill sets of communication, you've got to have skill sets of like coaching someone how to do a movement for that's best for them, not for just you, but best for them. So that's just a big thing that I've always found, that people kind of jump into the space and they kind of talk about like this is just their way and that's the only way, but it's not. Okay. So anyway, going back into it, when it comes to trainers failing, going back into more specifics, when you are networking yourself, or when you're a personal trainer, you're there to develop your skill set, right? So when you first start off, you need to put yourself out there and showcase your knowledge and your abilities. Where a lot of trainers simply, they have a certification and they wave it around and they go like, hey, I'm a personal trainer, I can help you lose weight or get strong. Now this is literally 99.9% of trainers say exactly the same thing. Now I can tell you, like in Australia, there's about 250,000 plus people that become personal trainers in Australia. In the UAE, I'm not too sure how many trainers get certified, but if I had to have a guess, I would say probably about 150 to 200 trainers each month at a very, very, very low end. Right, and that doesn't include the people that just start training people off the cuff, like literally. So you're thinking about I'd say probably an extra 5,000 trainers coming into the UAE every single year. So you're competing against an additional 5,000 people, right? And that's not considering the 10,000 or 15,000 people that are already here as trainers. So you as a trainer are competing against that many more people, if that makes sense. Okay, so what you need to be doing is you need to be very active, proactive about learning, developing, talking, meeting people on the regular, that you are, one, observing and learning, and two, you're looking to develop your trade. There's quite a lot of people, so it's quite astounding to me how many people actually don't consider that. There's not just personal trainers too. There's a battle, like people say, like you should need a niche down, or you need to be a generalist. I look at the general side of things as just your learning space. The most successful people here in Dubai are coming from specificity. So they are niching down, but because they have many years, they have 5-10 years of experience. So if you want to be a personal trainer, you need to have some kind of very good general knowledge and your coaching ability to teach someone how to, or motivate someone to run, lift weights. That's your fundamental basics as a personal trainer. Like literally, if you could just show someone, here's how you lift the weight, here's how you get stronger, and if you can get them to be consistent with it, to make sure they lift weights and they lift it correctly, all right, that they see value in you as a trainer, then they'll use you as a trainer, all right? And you get that experience that way by just training other people, going to the gym, helping people out, being seen by facilities. I think that the day of interviews is kind of over in a way, because people will see there's so many people that are training that it's easier and it's better to get someone who's already been doing it for a couple of years, like going to the gym, lifting weights or doing the classes. It's easier to give them the certification than it is to give someone a certification and then train them up to have the skill sets or the experience. Like that's my opinion, but share your opinion. What is it that you think? Why is it that trainers are failing, or there's no good? Because there's a 5% success rate after 2 years. So only 5% of people who get a personal training certificate actually personal training after 2 years. In fact, it's in the first year alone. When you get your certificate, it's about down to 15% are continuing after year 1 only. It's shocking. Like, it's crazy in my mind. But again, share your opinion. Let us know what your thoughts are. Failing. Okay, so if I try and break this back down, for me it comes down to they're getting into personal training for the wrong reasons. They don't have the physical experience because they've never really been to a gym. They don't understand the basics of a squat, a push-up, where people in the active space already understand these basics. Like, because they're already running, they're already going to the gym, they're doing push-ups, they're doing pull-ups, they're doing sit-ups, they're doing these basic things day to day already. These are active people. The active person understands that, and when they want a personal trainer, it's someone that actually wants to advance beyond this. All right, because people that don't train and exercise, they don't want trainers. That's kind of the truth behind it. So again, that's one. And then two, when you are someone who is active and you're looking to make this into a career, where people get lost is they say like, oh, I can help you lose weight, I can help you gain muscle. But again, that's 99% of personal trainers. In fact, any personal trainer can help you lose weight and gain muscle. It's simple. Lift heavy stuff, eat protein, that's how you gain muscle, or go for a walk, eat lean foods, less sugars, less fats. All right, that's how you lose weight. If you want to increase cardiovascular ability, you simply go for a walk, jog, then a run, and the more often you do it, the more improved your cardiovascular fitness will be. Or same if you go and just play a sport. Literally, that's how easy it is to lose weight or gain muscle, or to gain and create cardiovascular fitness. It's that easy. You don't need a certification to do that. And so that the role of a personal trainer now is to go deeper into how the body mechanics work. How do you improve your lunge, your squat? How do you improve the efficiency of your workout? That's what a trainer is for. And you need to be able to showcase that. And so I'm kind of going to run around circles here, but social media should be used as your space to prove. It's like your profile, it's like your CV now these days. You know, you see someone, you tell them about, you kind of have a discussion about fitness and getting stronger or getting cardiovascular fit. The first thing most of us do is we go to their social media page and we have a look at what they've done and what they're doing. And so you need to build that up. You need to build your CV, you need to build your portfolio. If you're someone who's played football for 10 years and then you're going to start coaching football, it's going to be pretty easy to show proof of that you know how to play football, how to coach football, how to teach football, right? It's just it's a natural thing. It's the same with personal trainers. If you already go to the gym, if you already lift weights, if you run, if you do teach classes, then it's easy for you to prove, once you've got a certificate, that you're decent or good to start with what you do. So yeah, it's kind of it's a starting point. I always say get experience before you go get certifications. Literally. If you want to break it, okay, no, let me know again. Let me know your thoughts. Share these thoughts in the comment section. Why personal trainers failing? If you are a personal trainer who wants to improve, how to gain clients faster, it's literally a numbers game. It's sales. Whether you like it or not, it's sales. It's the more people you meet, the more people you talk with, the more people you have a chance of training that are willing to pay you money. Now, people are willing to pay you money when they see value in you. In other words, I'm going to give you money in order to help me with an outcome, help me to get to where I want to be. Not where you think I should be, but where I want to be, which is leaner, stronger, run faster, do an event, relieve pain off your back, your knees, your neck, or something like that. Okay, that's what people want personal trainers for. But the issue being is when personal trainers are trying to sell themselves, they're trying to be a jack of all trades, and then they just compete against everybody else around. So it's a bit of a tough one. Oh, there might be a whole lot of people coming out here in a second. I'm right next to where a bus is about to disembark. So I'm going to get rid of that. It's Rudy's birthday. Must be the 6th of January. It is the 6th of January. How crazy is that?
穿拖鞋，对了。
Yeah. So, anyway, kind of got to break this down into a point of. Actually, need to jump on the YouTube side of things. Just quickly. The good thing is I've actually got a system that just I can move around with, which is awesome. Let me just. Just checking out something on YouTube at the moment. Oh, this is it. It's telling me it's not live. It is still live. That's good. Hey, so I'm kind of this topic can go on and on and on and on and on, and I don't want to be stuck going on and on and on. So, literally, from a personal trainer's point of view, if you want to be successful, because that's the ultimate thing, probably why most people are going to watch this, is how to be successful as a personal trainer. So let me just break it down into a few quick steps. First of all, get the experience. Like, whatever you're doing currently, whatever you find yourself falling towards, like if you love running, if you love weight training, if you love doing functional fitness, what events are you going to? Like, that's what you're probably going to end up teaching people. And the better you get at it, the more people you'll be able to teach, and the better business you'll be able to create. Okay, that's the first thing. To start getting better at what you already do. That's step one. Once you're great at it, like, find yourself also how are you helping others. Learn how to coach, okay? Learn how to say to someone, like, why would you bend your knees? Why would you sit lower? Why would you extend your arm? Why would you do X, Y, and Z? Okay, once you do this, then you'll be able to move into the next step, which is getting certified, because the certification will take you into the knowledge depth. It'll give you better understanding of what it is you're actually trying to improve, and then that knowledge you're going to share and impart onto other people. Okay, so step one is that massive bit of experience, get better at what you're doing, then get the certification. It's the next step is going to be a bit of a phase, because you don't want to just leave your job and go jump into you don't want to leave your job and just jump into personal training, right? So another thing you can do before you do the certification is you can actually here you go, it's a bus behind me. That you can actually go into is is you start building up a base of people. So you should be around a community, you should be around events, you should be around people. When you're around people to begin with, what this means is that you start to talk to people. Now, if people are interested in you and what you're saying because of your knowledge base, that means they're most likely, and they're very likely, they could also want to hire you as a trainer. Now, there's a difference between someone saying, I would train with you, and someone giving you money. All right? Now, when people start asking you questions, that's the point you want to get to. So the focus being is that, one, you want to get around as many different people. Go to events, go to other gyms, go to other things like, for example, if you're a functional trainer, go to things like High Rocks, go to things that fitness competitions, like get the experience of competing and improving yourself. And when you're around that, if you're doing well at it, people will see you and they'll want to be like you, because that's the number one reason people choose a personal trainer. They do it so they can be like you, because they want to. They're inspired by what you do and how you do it. That's the number one reason. Or the way you look. That's why people choose. That's how they choose their trainers, whether we like it or not. Okay. So that's just thoughts anyway. So it's kind of the 3 steps thing. Get the experience, develop the skill set yourself personally before getting the certification. And if you want to turn this into a business, understand that you need to be around more and more people, or you need to focus on doing a better job with the person you are training, because word of mouth sells. So if you do a great job with them, they'll recommend you to someone else. Yeah. That's point 3. Point 4 is social media. Put as much of this on social media, whether you like social media or not. Right? You're going to get popular. You're going to get clients by 2 things. One, of being out around people all the time, so people see you. People need to be able to see you in order to know that you exist. So that comes from social media, or by out and about. Posting once every now and again, just of what you're doing, just your day, there's content. Again, it becomes your profile, it becomes your CV, and that's what you want to build up. So work along those lines. And that's it. Repeat, repeat, repeat. Keep learning, keep showing up, keep posting. Keep learning, keep showing up, keep posting. Just keep improving what you're doing. That's how you'll do it. That's how you'll keep improving. Nice big bus behind me as well. Here we go. The places, the timing. Okay, so there's just today's show. If you leave your comments, leave your thoughts. Why trainers are failing, why trainers are failing worldwide. Let me know if you agree or disagree with what I've just said. But otherwise, 8 a.m. every morning, we're going to have talks and discussions. I want to start bringing in live audiences so I can start actually talking with people directly. People start asking questions directly, and we keep growing FFP Live, 8 a.m. daily. So if you have a topic you want to talk about, if you have a discussion you want to talk about, if you have a guest who wants to come and jump on the show with me, let me know. Let's get involved. 8 a.m. FFP Live show, helping people get active, helping people understand activity for a better life.